Welcome back to Behind the Yellow Tape. In today's episode we'll explore the chilling life and crimes of Ed Gein, a man who became the inspiration for some of the most iconic villains in cinematic history. Ed Gein was born in 1906 in La Crosse County, Wisconsin. His childhood was marred by hardship and isolation on a secluded farm. He had few opportunities for interaction with other children. His isolation contributed to his feelings of alienation. His father George was an alcoholic who struggled to hold a job, leaving the family in a perpetual state of financial instability. His mother, Augusta, was a domineering and deeply religious woman who instilled in Ed a sense of guilt and fear about the outside world. Ed Gein's family experienced several tragic losses. His brother Henry died in a mysterious fire, and his father passed away due to heart failure. These losses left Ed alone with his controlling and overbearing mother, who had a significant influence on him. She suffered from mental health issues and held strict, puritanical beliefs. Her religious fanaticism and domineering nature likely exacerbated Ed's psychological struggles. Ed Gein reportedly suffered emotional and physical abuse at the hands of his mother. This desolate environment would play a crucial role in shaping his dark and twisted path later in life. Gein's first encounter with the law occurred in 1957 when he was arrested for the disappearance of hardware store owner Bernice Warden. It was her son, Frank Warden, who noticed that she was missing and reported it to the authorities. Frank became concerned when he couldn't find his mother at the hardware store. He noticed that the store was open, but Bernice was nowhere to be found. This raised suspicions. It was unlike her to leave the store unattended during business hours. Little did anyone know this event would uncover Ed Gein's horrifying secrets. A search of Gein's farmhouse by authorities revealed a nightmarish scene. Among the discoveries was the mutilated body of Bernice Warden, suspended like a deer. Gein's fascination with human anatomy knew no bounds. He crafted lampshades, masks, gloves, and even a full-body suit from human skin. These grotesque items offered a horrifying glimpse into his obsession with human remains. Mary Hogan was a tavern owner in Plainfield, Wisconsin. On December 8, 1954, she disappeared without a trace. Her sudden vanishing caught the attention of the local community and law enforcement, but at the time there were no immediate leads or suspects in her disappearance. It wasn't until Ed Gein was arrested in 1957 for the murder of Bernice Warden that the truth about Mary's fate began to emerge. During his interrogation for the Warden case, Gein confessed to the murder of Mary Hogan as well. He provided details about the crime that only the perpetrator would know. Gein killed both women by shooting. Unfortunately, Ed Gein was not tried for Mary Hogan's murder due to his mental state and the fact that he was already facing charges for the murder of Bernice. Gein's sinister activities extended beyond the murders of Bernice and Mary. He became known for his gruesome habit of exhuming bodies from local cemeteries, collecting various body parts and creating bizarre artifacts from the remains of the deceased. Gein would visit local cemeteries under the cover of darkness to dig up the graves of recently deceased women. He specifically targeted the graves of middle-aged women who resembled his deceased mother, Augusta. Gein's motivations for grave robbing were complex. He claimed that he was trying to create a suit made from human skin that would allow him to become a woman like his mother. Ed Gein's grave robbing activities were a clear indication of his severe psychological disturbances. His fixation on death, the female form, and his mother contributed to his gruesome actions and highlighted the extent of his mental instability. Ed Gein's crimes left an indelible mark on popular culture. Iconic villains like Norman Bates from Psycho and Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre drew inspiration from his horrifying deeds. The question of Gein's mental state remains a subject of debate. Some experts believe he suffered from severe schizophrenia and dissociative identity disorder, contributing to his gruesome acts. Ed Gein was found not guilty by reason of insanity and was committed to a mental institution. He spent the rest of his life under psychiatric care, away from society. Ed Gein's story serves as a haunting reminder of the capacity for evil within individuals. His crimes continue to captivate the public, reminding us of the chilling depths to which the human psyche can descend. Thank you for joining us today. I personally found this story really interesting to work with, albeit disturbing. Let me know whether you think Ed Gein's mental state was the reason behind his sickening behaviour, or whether you think he's just a cold-blooded killer. If you have any suggestions for future episodes or any true crime cases you'd like us to explore, please leave a comment below.